35,000 feet above the ground and you're sipping your coffee. I don't think there can be anything better than this.
When did you decide that you want to be a pilot?
Someone suggested me about aviation, becoming a pilot. I started taking ground classes and I started liking the subjects as well. So this is where the turning point was, and I decided to be a commercial airline pilot.
How this profession is different from other professions?
This is the only job where I think the practical approach required is more, and managing my stress. That's one thing that aviation taught me.
At least for us, it is the bestest job. And every day is a different day. Every takeoff is different. Every landing is different. And every time you go to a same airport, it's different.
Becoming a pilot was the most practical thing someone could have suggested me.
Hello everyone, welcome to this podcast by Pilots for Pilots. I'm the co-founder of Golden Applets Aviation, and today we have a very special guest. He is flying as a commander in one of the leading airline, and before that he's a very close friend of mine and my squash buddy. So let's welcome Captain Gaurav Mehta.
Hi Deval. Good to see you. It's been a long time. I think almost 6 months
Yes.
that we've met.
Yes,
But we've been continuously talking on the phone.
pleasure Captain Mehta.
Thank you. Pleasure is mine.
आपके साथ हमेशा से एक वो जो दोस्ती है उसकी एक फीलिंग ही बहुत अलग है.
Same here. Likewise, I think whenever I was in trouble in my previous airline or this airline, I always used to call you, take advice,
Yeah.
and yeah.
So, कैप्टन मेहता, आज हम काफ़ी सारी थोड़ी आपके बारे में बात करेंगे और आपकी कुछ स्टोरीज, कुछ कॉकपिट की स्टोरीज के बारे में भी बात
For
करेंगे.
sure, Ji, for sure.
So, कैप्टन मेहता, take us back when you were very young. When did you decide that you want to be a pilot?
Okay, taking you back, born and brought up in Delhi, did
Hmm.
my schooling from here in Delhi only. And in 10th, was given an option which stream to choose.
Hmm.
And I was a bit good in maths and science, so I decided to take non-medical. I was very average in studies, not so great, but maths was one of my good subjects that I used to like in school. So took non-medical, and वही 12th में एक option आता है. Now everyone is asking you what do you want to do,
Yeah.
and वही बाकी class की तरह I think most of us choose BTech,
Yeah.
and that was my answer. I want to do BTech.
Hmm.
I knew my caliber. I was not for IIT DC, which I never applied for.
Right.
I applied for average colleges nearby me and started doing training for my engineering.
Hmm.
I think after a week or so, I realized this is not my cup of tea,
Hmm.
and I don't want to pursue this as my career because I didn't find it much of a practical use of what I was studying. So finally started to think of a career which I can relate to, which I study to. So someone suggested me about aviation, becoming a pilot, and I thought that was the most practical thing someone could have suggested me. I started taking ground classes. It was here in Dwarka only, and I started liking the subjects as well. So this is where the turning point was, and I decided to be a commercial airline pilot. And got myself enrolled in a flight school in United States of America. Did my training from there. It was almost a year course. Finished my flying, came back here. But finding a job was like finding a needle in a haystack. So got my Indian CPL in 2010, and I was jobless for good 5 years. Got my first job or first break, you can say, in one of the leading airlines in India. 2015, we joined as a batchmate.
Yes.
We were together. Good
Right.
CTE days.
Right.
We had good fun there.
Right.
And I think my prayers from past 5 years came
Yeah.
into the effect, and finally got the job. And I've always been on A320s. So were you.
Yeah.
And I love my aircraft. I think I'm
Right.
blessed that this
Right.
was my first
Right.
aircraft that I got. And yeah, that's my journey.
So yes, I do remember I might have lost more matches in squash from you.
No, you were.
But I won one competition. I waited for 6.5 years to get a job.
Oh,
You
so
were 5 years, I was more than that.
I still remember that time. That's a
Yeah.
difficult time when
Yeah,
you are
true.
jobless, and
True,
yeah, God
but
was great.
yeah, absolutely. But those struggling days actually taught us a lot.
A lot, a
You
lot.
know, yeah. I think that resilience, to come back stronger. I think that kind of attitude has, taught us
It
a
gives
lot.
you.
Yeah, definitely. Captain Mehta, how do you, what do you think? How this profession is different from other professions?
This profession is surely different from other profession because I mean you've gone through it.
Yeah.
It's first of all the look at the view from the window. I
Right.
don't think any other job will get you this.
Yes.
And then you get to travel a lot.
Yeah.
It's a stressful job. But everyone knows it.
Hmm.
But with time, you learn how to manage this stress as
Hmm.
well,
Yeah.
and you get to travel a lot.
Yeah.
And I think this is the only job where I think the practical approach required is more than
Yeah.
the theoretical thing. Theoretical thing is required, but we implement that in everyday use as well.
Right.
And I think this is the best job that I know.
Yeah.
I don't know any other job which is better than flying a.
Yes.
Uh,
At least for us, it is the bestest
well,
job.
the-
And every day is a different day.
yes,
Every takeoff is different.
Different,
Every
every
landing is
landing.
different. And every time you go to a same airport, it's different.
I'm very grateful that you get to sit in a cockpit 35,000 feet above the ground and
Yes.
you're sipping your coffee.
Yes.
I don't think there can be anything better than this.
And absolutely. And with that uniform, I think it's a topping.
Yeah.
So, Captain Mehta, how this profession or this job has shaped your mindset in life?
First of all, I was a very undisciplined guy in
Hmm.
school. I was never on time. I used to be always late for my classes. I still remember whenever I used to go for ground classes. So for every 15 minutes late, you have to give treat to your class.
Okay.
So I was the only guy who was paying for the lunches for the whole 3 months
Okay.
in my classes.
Yeah.
But yeah, once I got the job, it taught me discipline. Your reporting time, you have to be on time, and managing my stress. That's one thing that aviation taught me. And odd hours, but sometimes flight is at 2 o'clock in the night, so you become disciplined for your reporting. And then there's a leadership quality that you learn because there's a lot of decision making involved in the cockpit.
Yes.
So it makes you a better leader as well.
Yes.
And it's a evolving process. You're learning every day.
Definitely. As you rightly said, it's a very evolving process. And every day, we have to keep evolving and keep learning. And one thing I would like to, add over here, that yes, I think decision making is something which we can learn in an expedited way in this profession.
Right.
Because I think we are making so many critical decisions,
And
during
that too,
before flight,
it's
during flight.
time critical as well.
Absolutely.
You cannot be taking decision and taking a lot of time. So
Absolutely.
there's a tension. There's a chances of making human errors are
Right.
more when it's time bound.
Right.
So yeah, that's
And I think the decision making skills, I think it helps us in our real practical
as
life
well,
also
yeah,
on
not
the
only-
ground.
Correct. I used to be a very impatient guy. I am still impatient, but the aviation has made me little more calm.
Right.
I don't panic very quickly now
Right.
as I used to be.
Absolutely.
So this is what aviation has
Good
taught me.
changes.
Good changes, yeah.
मेहता साहब, कोई एक ऐसी स्टोरी बताइए जो कि अनफॉरगेटेबल स्टोरी हो कॉकपिट की.
I still remember I was flying as a co-pilot those days, and very new. I think maybe 1,000 hours or so. And I was doing night halt in Chennai. So post night halt, captain was supposed to be from somewhere else. I was doing a night halt alone. I came to the cockpit, and there was one guy sitting in a civil dress wearing a sports shoes. And I started doing my work. I was
In
taking
sports shoes.
in sports shoes. Yeah.
Okay.
And I thought he might be an engineer because he was wearing his ID card.
Okay.
So I didn't look what post designation he was
Okay.
on. So when I started doing my job,
Huh.
he started interfering. Why are you taking this weather? Why are you taking ATIS? Why don't you go do walk around?
Acha.
I ignored him.
Huh.
Then he said again, I am talking to you.
Oh.
Well, like, why are you interfering in my job? Let me do what I'm supposed to do.
Right.
So he's saying, that's how you speak to your captain. I'm like, you're the captain, sir. You're not wearing uniform. So I had no clue that you are captain here. So he said, we've taken a special permission today.
Okay.
Some problem was there. So company
Okay.
has taken a special permission from DGCA.
Right.
And yeah, so that's why he was doing a flight in civil dress.
Okay.
And now if I remember that scenario, I was shouting at my captain. So it was
Oh,
one of the
lovely.
humorous.
One of the humorous, yeah, very humorous. In fact, so I would like to tell all of you that in some spatial exigency, a situation, uh, any a cockpit crew can take a permission from the company. They will take the permission from DGC. Am I right?
Yeah,
And you can fly in
there's
a
the
civil
protocol.
dress also,
Huh.
provided you have taken the permission from your company and via DGC. Captain Mehta, what do you think? What are the skills, knowledge, or mindset should an aspiring pilot must have for this profession?
I think it goes for any profession, not
Mm.
only the aviation or pilot profession. First of all, you need to be passionate about what you want to do in life.
Mm.
That is the most important thing. First of all,
Right.
you need to have, and I think discipline and dedication is required
Mm.
to become not only pilot. If you want to be a doctor, architect, any other profession as well, I think you have to be very honest with it.
Mm.
So honesty and discipline is required.
Yeah.
And I think even if you are not, with time you have to put in an effort
Right.
to learn those skills
Mm.
to become a pilot.
मेहता साहब, ऐसा कोई इंसिडेंट ड्यूरिंग अ फ्लाइट जहाँ पे आपको बहुत क्विकली डिसीजन लेना पड़ा हो?
Every day there's a time when you have to take quick decision. If I remember my last flight only, I was going to Bhubaneswar. It was all weather around as monsoons are passing by, So the approach for runway 14 was active, but it was all weather there around. We asked for winds at runway 32. It was though tailwinds, but it was more favorable runway for us. So we had to finally make a decision of changing the runway because flying an approach for runway 14 was all into the weather, good weather. So we finally decided to change our runway at the last moment. And after we changed the runway, I think every other aircraft was also thinking that way only. And I think every approach after that approach was made for runway 32. And that's how we all deal. Sometimes I hear someone else's decision and try to see if that helps me or not. Yeah, so I think you end up making decisions every day. It gets into your routine.
And that's one of the thing.
That's what pilot do.
That's what the
I mean,
pilot
yeah,
job is
yeah,
all about.
yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes, you feel good when you have taken the right decision, when you go back home, and then sometimes you feel, wow, I think I took a
Yeah,
very
it
good
motivates you.
decision.
There are times when you take a decision which you could have taken a better decision.
Yes, definitely.
And I know you feel so demoralized. You start
Absolutely.
questioning yourself also.
Yes.
There are times you feel very sad.
Yeah.
I could have taken a better decision.
Right.
But yeah, I think part and parcel of life. You
Yeah.
learn with time, and
Right.
that makes you a better. It's a learning process, and that
Absolutely.
makes you a better person as well as a good flyer also.
Who is your mentor?
There were a lot of people, especially in my first airline. When I was ab initio, I was very new to the aircraft. I always used to be very nervous, at least for my first 500, 700 hours. But captains there were very calm. They taught me, even though I was very average in flying, they used to give me all the sectors to fly. They boosted my confidence. And there were a lot of people. And as you remember, most of our batchmate parents were also in Air India. So they treated us just like their own kids. And the brought up was very nice. And I think I still look up to them. And I wish I can be like them and I can teach my co-pilots the way they taught me. So yeah, but there are a lot of mentors. One of the mentors was on your podcast, Captain Anil Rao. He did my command training, and he put in his 100% effort. He must have made so many pilots as of now, so many commanders. But for every training he puts in a lot of
I
efforts.
mean, he is a great mentor.
He's a great mentor. I
Yeah,
mean, you can
and I
always.
think the kind of personality
He is
he is loved by everyone.
everyone. Yeah.
And absolutely, Captain Mehta, you have been so humble and honest about it. Like, initial hours, 500, 700 hours, you were being nervous. And even in my case also, So yes, initially, like I was also not very confident person when I started flying. I made mistakes also, but yes, definitely in the previous airline when I started, a lot of captains, they really supported us, motivated us, taught us flying.
Flying.
So
They
I
treated
mean,
us like their own kids.
absolutely.
I mean, I think they were so patient. I have become a commander. When I look back, I
Yeah.
think they were so talented.
Yeah.
And if I could be 50% of what they were
Absolutely.
in humbleness,
Yeah.
in teaching,
Yeah.
that was a great job
Yeah.
they were doing.
Thanks to all those captains
That's
and
why
everyone
we.
from
that's
wherever
why
we have learned.
That's how I have become a captain. I
Right.
think if they wouldn't have put in an effort,
Yeah.
it would have been impossible.
Right.
So it's
Right.
all cheers to our mentors only.
Yeah. Captain Mehta, what are the life lessons you have learned after coming into this profession?
There's a lot.
Uh.
First of all, it had made me a little humble as well.
Ah.
I still remember I prayed for this job for good 5 years.
Right.
In 2015, when I got the job, it's almost a decade I've been flying. There are times when I start taking it for granted. Granted as in ki, not the aviation now, it's not fun anymore.
Right.
And I start becoming ungrateful.
Yeah.
But when I sit in calmness, I still realize what else can it be? Is there any other better job?
Yeah.
Is there anything else I can pray for?
Right.
So I think if I go back in time, I'll still be praying for the same thing.
Right.
So yeah, it has made me a little humble and started making me feel appreciated for the things I have.
Right.
And it has made me a good human and thanks to aviation and a good decision maker as well.
Right. Great. I think that feeling of that gratitudeness
Is
I
very
think
important.
is very important.
There are times when I start saying I just want to leave aviation. Why do I wake up at 2 o'clock in the night? Why do I take so much stress? And there are times when you don't feel like waking up at 4 o'clock. There are roster changes. Every job has a con.
Yes.
And sometimes I feel like I should, leave aviation. And then I think, what else can I do?
Right.
And is there any better job than this?
Right.
Then I think it changes my attitude, and then
Yeah.
I want to be thankful to God that what
Right.
I have is, I think,
amazing.
it's great, and I should not be ungrateful about it.
Yeah. Is there any advice or any message you have got from your mentor, seniors, or from your family members that you still follow in your life?
I think early in my days, post finishing my 12th, my dad said one thing: you have to be consistent or disciplined. That is the only two things required. If you want anything, don't look for a shortcut. Just be consistent, whatever it may be. It might be about your fitness. You don't
Right.
have to do gym and go pick up 20 kilos weight. You have
Right.
to be just disciplined. You might pick up weight of 5 kilos, but every day would make a difference. But picking up a 20 kilos and not going to gym for another week won't change anything.
Absolutely.
So yeah, consistency was one thing that that changes everything.
Yeah. Consistency is the key.
Key. Yeah, you have to be consistent whether you want to be a pilot or any other profession as well.
Is there any misconception which you think about this profession or about being a pilot which you would like to break it today?
I think most of the people I meet, they think a pilot has to be very studious. He is good with academics. I don't agree with that. I think most of the pilots I know, or including me, I was very average in studies.
Yeah.
I was not very good in
Right.
academics. But this is one of the misconceptions that I've seen.
Yeah.
If you're good in, average in studies, you can still be a pilot.
Yeah.
You just need dedication and little passion about it.
Absolutely. And in fact, I have trained thousands of pilots so far, aspiring pilots specifically. And I think majority of them have been very average in studies, in academics. Yeah. That's one of the trait of pilots.
Pilots. Yeah, you have to be witty and naughty.
Yeah, right. How do you wish to be remembered? As a pilot, as a mentor, or maybe something else?
I mean, most important is to be remembered as a good human. Whosoever I fly with
Right.
gels along, likes my company. I
Hmm.
think that is more important
Hmm.
than being remembered as a pilot or by my profession.
Hmm.
I think people should like me for who I am as a human. That is more important to me.
Captain Mehta, would you like to give any message to all those aspiring pilots, those who wants to be a pilot, but due to some problems like financial issues, or they are, they are not been able to do it because they are really worried, what if they don't get a job after CPL, what they still have this fear of not getting job. Any message for them?
There's only one message. Come to Golden Applet. He's there to help you out. I know he is trained. I think number would be in thousands. A lot of pilot has studied. If you'll come here, you'll visit him. I think he is the right guy. You should come to, and he'll be your good mentor, and he will give you advice for sure.
Thank you for trusting.
I think I am the wrong guy to say that. You are the boss here.
Still, Captain Mehta, any message for those aspiring pilots who are not been able to take this bold step, just they have a fear of not getting a job? Any message for them?
I think you have to be, that's what I said in the podcast earlier also, you have to be consistent. And you know what, consistency will get you a job. It might take a year or so, maybe a longer time. Like I waited for 5 years. But yeah, we were there. Like Deval was there for 7.5 years. He didn't give up. So I think you have to take this out of your mind that
Yeah.
you'll not get a job. If you are passionate about it and if you are consistent with it,
Yeah.
a day will come, you will be flying.
Yeah, and if you don't do CPL, you will never become a
You
pilot.
will never become a pilot.
You have to do CPL to become a pilot.
Correct.
Yeah. So, Captain Mehta, thank you so much for coming, here during traffic time
No,
in Delhi.
it was my pleasure.
Yeah, and thank you so much once again.
Thank you, Deval.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.